finishing off a little bit of extra work in the bathroom before the tiler comes. We've got a few things I need to just tidy up. And while Vivienne is out with Philip doing some shopping, what I'm going to do today is finish up the paneling, the odd bits that have to be done, finish up the filling, and tidying up the joints, and making it ready to go to the next stage, which is painting. And just while we're talking about doing the finishing touches, I think Vivienne's making an announcement about what she's going to be doing, because all of you have generously posted your comments. Thank you very much, and told us what you think we should do. And we've listened very carefully, and I think she's going to surprise you.
It's a happy and a sad day here at the Chateau because our poor little baby puppy, baby Baudelaire, baby Bowie, has just had to come out of surgery. What on earth is going on? What has happened to our poor little baby Beau?
Well, do you see his little...
He's all shaved.
Look at this, he's been shaved off, and you see his knee here? Well, his elbow. He's had a titanium plate put in there.
He's been limping for months, and we have a huge thank you to tell one of our incredible viewers who left a message in the comments saying that she thought that maybe it was a problem that's genetic that her little puppy had, so we went back to the vet, and sure enough, that's what happened. Little Bowie, who's been limping for months, and we thought it was just a sprain. It turns out that it was this problem with his knee basically becoming dislocated, and he's had to have a huge surgery.
His lower arm has basically been cut through. They've had to move it up so that the space in his elbow is reduced like the other one, where he still has movement, but where he can actually put his weight on it and use it. And so they've put in a plate, and they've moved his leg up, and they've screwed it all together again. And he's in, obviously, recovery. He has a cone on here to stop him worrying his stitches and everything else. But
sweet little shaved little paw. You keep calling it his little chicken leg. He looks like he's got a little chicken leg.
Chicken leg, it is.
And isn't it amazing? We never would have realized what was wrong with him. Everyone kept telling us it was a sprain, including the vet. And then we went in and said specifically, we need more tests done. And sure enough, he has this genetic problem, which hopefully is going to be all settled and all sorted. And a huge thank you to everybody out there who does leave comments, because actually we do read them and listen. And in some cases, it can save a little puppy's life who's hopefully going to be running around and playing with his other little friends. He's got all sorts of doggy friends that he wants to go hang out with again very soon. And he's saying, where are my buddies? Some of you remember him playing with little Lancelot over at Lalande. He also loves Dexter at the Chateau de Saint-Germain-des-Prés. Mm-hmm. And he loves Prince Wendell as well at Chateau Puy-Vidal. He can't play with any of them. They're too rambunctious. They're all puppies, all the little puppies, except for Dexter. Dexter's the wise man of the bunch. I know, you have to be content with us, little guy.
The good news, though, is that once he's recovered, I have located someone who can do his grooming for him. A nice little groomer down.
I mean, what are they going to do with this?
So
that's quite the
first
look.
of all, they could give him a bath because he's a bit smelly.
Listen, he's a Chateau chien.
Well, most Chateau chien I've seen are covered in dirt.
Oh, that's true.
And,
they're like us. They're like us.
They come in and out of the house covered in dirt and lie on the rugs and play
Everybody
around.
thinks that Chateau life is glamorous, but we all know
the
that
dogs
it's
do not
actually really grubby, isn't it? And then later, we're going to take him to the vet and see how he's coming along. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, fingers crossed, when we take him to the vet, we will get a clean bill of health and he will be recovering nicely. We'll take you to the vet with us, and
let's hope for the best.
Yes.
What do you think?
Let's hope for the best.
I think he's on the mend.
Now, are you two going to be okay together today? Because I have a shopping date with Philip.
We'll be okay.
You think? You don't want to come with us?
I have to work, and
That's
he has
true.
to, and he has to I have to work and he has to recover.
He has to cuddle and recover. And when I get home, we will all cuddle up together.
Yeah.
Now, before I get dressed and take off, I am so excited because the postman just arrived. I ordered something very, very special, actually 2 things very specially, from a French auction site, and it's just arrived, and it's in this box behind me. Let's go see what it is. Now, I really, really hope that these are going to be as nice as I think they're going to be. Simon got all excited because it says chocolates on the outside, but that's just the box. Sorry, sweetheart. French newspapers. Let's see. Ooh, oh, wow. Okay, there's one. Now let me grab the other. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they've clearly been rewired, which is great because it said that they were. These are these incredibly beautiful gilt bronze bedside lamps. Okay, that's interesting. So on the listing, it had this image of a woman's face, but this looks like a stately gent. Ooh, that looks like Jesus. Oh, now that's interesting. So that might be Mary. Okay, who's that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Joseph? Is that supposed to be somebody else? Any ideas? Okay, let's look at this design. It's like a quatrefoil design. Okay, I wonder which bedroom those are gonna go into. I'm so excited, they're beautiful. Okay, I can't resist. Before I leave, I have to see if they work. Okay, might need slightly bigger shades, but let's see what happens. Ooh, look at that. Oh, wow, those are beautiful. Well, I hope that Philip doesn't have to wait too long for me because the postman just came by again. I wasn't expecting a delivery today, and so I thought, okay, I'm just gonna open it quickly in case, you know, it's something that I've ordered or something. And it turned out to be a very, very special gift from Hilly in Germany. You guys know that I don't solicit gifts. I'm more of a gift giver than a gift receiver. And when I have received gifts from you guys out there, it's so touching. But again, I'm not one of these YouTubers that gets a lot of gifts and expects a lot of gifts. And it's just very, very touching to me. And so I just opened it up and I'm a little bit overwhelmed because Hilly has just sent me the most beautiful antique cameo. It is an extraordinary cameo of the Three Graces, and I love the imagery of the Three Graces from a mythological standpoint, but also, of course, the representation of 3 women who really love each other. It's such a beautiful image. So Hilly just sent me the most beautiful card as well, and she says, your mom, your sister, and your daughter to be worn on your heart with Chateau love. And Hilly, I'm going to be wearing you on my heart with Chateau love as well. This is truly an heirloom piece for me. I'm never going to forget this beautiful moment, receiving this beautiful gift. It will get passed on to either, you know, my daughter or my niece or another woman in my family who's very beautiful. And I'm just so touched. Thank you, Hilly. Cameo art is extraordinary. Our cameos dating back over 1,000 years. They're exquisitely beautiful. They can be carved of various stones, shells, even gemstones. And the artistry, the individual artistry of each unique piece is so amazing. Unless they were cast pieces that were done after the 1950s and the 1960s, each piece is truly a work of art. And so aesthetically, they're wonderful. Significantly, some of them depict mythological scenes. Some of them depict beautiful women, which could perhaps remind the wearer of a loved one. Some of them depict very handsome men. Some of them depict a couple. Today, nothing is going to wipe the smile off of my face. Thank you, Hilly. Well, it has already been a good day for antiquing and I haven't even left the house yet. I love this drive into Tours. It is so beautiful, especially this bit up ahead.
While while Vivienne is out with Philip doing a little shopping, I've had to take a little break from DIY to cuddle up and watch a little bit of television with this little guy. Living in France, we don't always get access to our favourite programmes though. So a big thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring this episode, because it means we get to watch all our favourite shows from around the world right here in France, or when we travel. And Vivienne loves watching period dramas, of course, on PBS and Acorn.
Spanish. May I present my friend, Mr. Darcy?
And I love watching rugby and football in my own language.
But it's over! It's over! Rugby World Cup for South Africa!
With NordVPN, we can connect instantly. It's super fast, it hides our location, and it protects our data on our devices. It's the best price and most reliable VPN out there. Click on the link in the description below to get 4 extra months on a 2-year plan. Now, sadly, back to work for me. Come on, Bowie.
It's amazing. This is just a regular road out in the countryside, and there are these beautifully planted trees. It's like a grand alley going into the city. Beautiful yellow fields, and everything is in blossom and bud, and it just smells like springtime wherever we go. And I have just arrived at one of my favorite brocantes here, and I'm gonna be meeting Philip. I can't wait to show him this place. I really hope we find some treasures inside. Who I've spotted at the brocante.
I am so excited to see. You've been here before, right?
Many times.
Nice.
And I can't wait for you to come and see inside. I actually really hope I haven't misled you. I hope today's not the day that there's nothing inside.
Wonderful. And I feel very grateful that you're showing me one of your little haunts.
Exactly. I know. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Ooh, garden stuff.
Yeah.
That's
There's 4 of
exciting.
those. Bonjour.
Bonjour, monsieur.
4 of those.
Yeah, that's really interesting. We haven't made it 2 steps in this place yet. They're very beautiful, and they're not too, you know how a lot of the new stuff is fussy?
Yes.
It's too fussy. It's not authentic. I mean, I don't think that this is the real old stuff, but it is.
No, I think it's composite.
It is composite, but it's not. Again, not too froofy.
I quite like the mirrors. They're very simple, but just a little bit of color.
Oh, that's really pretty. The price is great. $250.
I just think
That's
these
incredible.
urns, if you have to buy them in the Netherlands, so good.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, I like the hall tables. Like that. The one, the painted one.
You just walked in.
I thought it was all going to be like that, but
It's a treasure trove. Yes. Okay, that's not everyone's taste,
No,
Philip.
I know. I know it's
The babies.
but I think it's calling me.
What would Stephanie say to that?
I don't think I could say that on your vlog.
It would be a version of "You're out of your mind."
Yes. That would be the polite way of saying it. Well, that is cute.
Philip and I just spotted this table, which is magnificent. Sadly, it doesn't have the
But
leaves.
it opens up
Yeah.
quite a bit.
And it's only €340. And Simon will kill me if I buy it because I just made him buy another table for Emos.
I was just looking at this one. I really like this one. It's got the keys, it's dovetailed on the side.
It's a pretty color for Empire as well, isn't it?
Rather than it being very dark, I feel like
Exactly.
you can go pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
300.
300.
It's a good price.
Looks like you might be coming back to visit me soon.
It would fit on the back seat.
It would fit in the backseat. Are you sure though? Is there a little bit of porcelain in the back of your car?
Maybe.
The porcelain could go in the drawers.
That's true, or on my lap.
There you go. You
Yeah.
could just drive down the road all the way to the lawn with porcelain in your lap.
Oh, but there's another one. I feel like these are quite... So if you look, these are both 300, and then this little guidon was 180. I'd
Now-
rather get those for 300.
You know, that's the door right there. We still haven't made it 4 feet into this place. I do really, really, really like this Trumeau. I wonder where that could go.
Alors, hauteur 168,
168.
164,
Okay. 164. I just spotted a piece of furniture I really like, and
Well, you were saying that you didn't know what it was for, but it's called a meuble d'appui. So it's a piece to lean on, I suppose. And when it goes between two windows, you can lean on it and read your newspaper with the light from the window.
I thought I knew a lot about antiques, and I have just learned something marvelous. We need a piece of leaning furniture.
Yes, and I like the
Yeah, the marquetry is really pretty.
It
Yeah.
does need some work, I think, because it's starting to bulge a little bit. But I just love the fact that it's so compact.
Me too.
It's a small room, then it's easy to find a spot for it.
Absolutely. Possible. We didn't buy anything,
I know, we're leaving empty-handed.
but we might come back because we saw a bunch of things that we liked. It's just you have to catch a plane.
Yes, and if I don't run now, I will miss my flight.
Yes. Okay. It was so good to see you.
Thank you for making the time.
Next time with Stephanie. Well, I don't know how it's possible. Last week in the Dordogne, we managed to buy something crazy like 26 things today. I'm out shopping with Philip, and we saw loads of things that we liked, but we've walked away empty-handed. Although I'm going to go home and measure. There are a few things that I think might just be on my radar. Now, because Philip loves porcelain and he also loves jewelry, I decided it would be fun to put on some of my best Victoriana pieces from the Chateau Love website. It's really hard to find earrings, and these ones are gold and enamel with coral. They're so pretty and obviously very wearable every day. This incredible Grand Tour bracelet, it's in sterling silver, and it's featuring 7 different gods racing chariots, and each one represents a different day of the week. And then this one, this magnificent painted miniature scene on porcelain. As I'm celebrating cameos and rare Victorian pieces in this episode, this brings me to one of the rarest and finest sets of jewelry that I'll probably ever have the privilege of sharing and selling. This early Victorian parure of intaglio cameos in a beautiful rolled gold and silver filigree setting. Victorian earrings are very rare due to the breakage of the wires, so many were replaced in later years, but these ones are still intact. The brooch can also be worn as a pendant, and so I'm including a gold vermeil chain to whomever buys it. The quality of the carvings and the unusual green paste cabochons make this such a stunning set. I wonder who made it, who wore it, and where all of those many years ago. This is truly a set worthy of Queen Victoria herself.
Well, I'm going to just put some wood, some paneling across this slope as well. Okay, to give us a nice smooth surface, because here it's come away again. And what we're going to do is prepare this so that it can be sealed.
So now I'm on my way to Emos. I've said goodbye to Philip. Maybe I'll have some luck here. And I wanted to show all of you these incredible clouds. When Isabella was little, she used to call these Simpsons clouds. And I have to say, that's exactly what they look like. So I've never been to this Emos before. This is one that's actually in the town. And it might be great, might not be great. I'm hoping I'm gonna have a little success today. It's pretty big. Well, it's a real shame I had to say goodbye to Philip, because look at all of this stuff. It is a porcelain treasure trove. And some dead animals too. Just found something I think will make Isabella very happy. It's hand crocheted lace and some other beautiful pieces as well. Oh. Isn't that magnificent?
Well, one of my next projects, of course, is to work out what we're doing with these doors, because they look a bit ugly at the moment, but pretty good storeroom on the whole, pretty good workshop. It is to be able to come outside and do some work out here as well. Well, paneling, just like drywall, you can waterproof paneling. So, you know, in the same way you put a product on drywall to waterproof it when you're using it in a bathroom, you do the same thing with paneling. And you can buy paneling just the same way as you can with drywall that's already been treated and waterproofed, okay, like we have on this wall over here. This paneling is already treated and is waterproofed for use in bathrooms and damp, humid areas. So, but on top of that, we're going to use a waterproofing product to further waterproof it. So there shouldn't be any issue. Finally got all the wood paneling up, and it's time for us to plaster. And after everybody's opinions from last week, we've decided we're going to panel on the bottom third under the window. And soon Vivienne's going to reveal what the big design's going to be on these sloping walls. Now it's time to call in the big guns. And so we are going to, there are three things we don't deal with really at the Chateau. One is electricity. The other one is plumbing. And the third one is waterproofing. And so we need to get the professionals in to do the waterproofing and the tiling. It's very exciting, it's all happening now. This is our last bathroom in the house and we are pushing to finish it. Woohoo!
Yesterday was a very good day. We have waterproofed, and by we I mean the tilers, have waterproofed this whole wall. And then even though we have water-resistant plasterboard, all of the holes have been sealed, everything has been completely sealed. And of course, even though we have the original floor underneath here, I laid this composite flooring on top, which is actually really, really effective looking and feels just like wood, surprisingly. And it's gonna keep everything waterproof down below so that we don't ruin any of the beautiful moldings in the rooms down below. Now we're out here making big decisions about paneling and which moldings to use. As you can see, Simon's got a whole big workshop going on out here with lots of wood. And of course, what we really want to do is reuse what we've already got rather than going out and buying lots more, which has led to, let's call it a lively debate about which ones of these will look the best and also what to put against the ceiling. What are your thoughts, sweetheart?
My thoughts are, I'll do it the way you want it to be done, that's all. I just want to know how you want it, done, as always.
You're just saying that because I'm filming you now. Because 5 minutes ago, you were like, this one's fine. This one's fine.
Now you have it in mind, great.
Okay, well, let's go have a look. Let's go see what it looks like. We'll hold it up.
Want to do it? I don't mind.
Let's hold it up. Let's take it upstairs and hold it up and see what it looks like. Okay?
Very good, yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, let's see how it looks.
Like that, but there's going to be a gap.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying.
There's a big gap in the corner. I see what you mean.
So it's going to be awkward. You need the cords around in there so it can bend.
And it's not something that we could work out with filler.
No.
But then
Filler won't go up.
the problem is that over here,
Mm-hmm.
this bit there, when the quarter round meets, it's then going to be a totally different kind of molding going across the top.
Not unless you cord round up here too.
Yeah, but you can't use quarter round there because quarter round has a 90-degree angle, and this is not a 90-degree angle on the slope of the wall. It's tricky.
This isn't going to go straight. You see, the problem is that.
Well, that was meant to go flush against the.
Even if it goes flush, how's it going to?
Like that exactly.
You mean across there like that?
Exactly.
It's a very early and very beautiful morning here in the French countryside. We are on our way to the vet. So little Baudelaire is in the back seat, and we're gonna find out if everything went okay with the surgery. Fingers crossed that it did. Obviously, we're extremely nervous. He seems to have a lot of energy, and he's, being really bouncy. But look at his poor little shaved self. And he's had the cone on.
Just a check of his the metal plate they put in his shoulder or his elbow and his screws to make sure everything's good, and then hopefully that'll go well. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully there's not going to be any setback.
Here we are, our little vet.
Probably been out of calls already. That's right. Can you bring his documents?
Yeah, of course.
I know.
I'll grab his documents. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh. Go see him. Go see the vet.
He's a good boy.
Oui, de temps en temps, un petit peu.
C'est bien, c'est bien.
Un petit peu.
Alors, on va contrôler la clé. Hein, on va contrôler la clé. Attention, est-ce qu'elle frotte pas dessus? Voilà.
Good boy. You are all bandaged up, and the good news is he has a brand new bandage, and the stitches get to come out in 5 days, and hopefully the steel plate too. Won't that be a happy day? And then you can start to run around again. Oh, you're tired. Yeah, that was a lot, wasn't it?
We are so relieved.
Showing everybody on the internet all my wood.
I see la vie en rose when you press me to your heart. I'm in a world